Hello, my name is Susan, and I'm a 62-year-old woman that retired, and I sold my house, and I'm traveling the world on my bicycle. I hope you will join me for my adventure. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm here in Skopje, North Macedonia, and going to be heading out on the Eurovelo 11, but I just thought that I would ride you over the stone bridge, which is one of the tourist attractions here. I think the other thing that people talk about with Skopje is all the statues. There's so many statues. Apparently, when they became a country and separated from Yugoslavia, they got some money, and they put a lot of that money into statues. And so there are thousands of statues in Skopje. You can't walk 20 feet without seeing a different one. So, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, we'll just ride over here. Somewhere over here is Skanderbeg Square. Yeah. So, pretty cool. Cool little city. But I think that you really get to know the country by getting away from the big cities. And so I'm kind of looking forward to getting out of the city and exploring the countryside. So yeah, let's see. Looks like a little market area here. And I don't think I want to go up there. I think we're just going to have to miss Skanderbeg Square. He's Albanian hero that fought off the Ottomans in the 1400s. So if you go to Albania, you see a lot of Skanderbeg statues. And earlier this spring, I went to the castle of Skanderbeg in Albania with my son. So yeah, I'll just post a picture in here of that Skanderbeg statue. Oh, a lot of people taking pictures. Very cool. So we'll go back on one of the other bridges. Yeah, there's a view of Skopje. Lots of people out walking, looking at the statues. There's a tour group. Morning. So, yeah, very cool. All right. Now let's figure out how to get out of this city. Now I can go by the river for a bit. Oh, there's another boat. Oh, shoot. I found the city to be very affordable. The lady at the grocery store I went to last night ripped me off, didn't give me the right change. And then I read the reviews, and apparently she does that when somebody is obviously a tourist. It wasn't much. It was like 200 North Macedonian denier, but I mean, it's less than $2, but still kind of gives you a bad feeling. Oh, here's another old boat. So there's at least 3 old boats along the river here. Cool. That one's in disrepair. All right, well, I'm going to figure out where I'm going here real quick, and then I will check in later. Well, I'm finally on the outskirts of town. It always takes longer to get out of cities than you think it's going to. I think because all the traffic lights, the stop signs, and just traffic in general. And I don't know, I always seem to miss a couple of turns. But we're out. Gone about 10 miles, a little over. And now in the countryside south of Scotia. I think the name of this town is Gazi Baba. The helicopter that's been flying over. Assume they're not looking for me. And so, in general, I'm expecting it to be a pretty flat day, which will be nice. I think there's a couple of hills to climb, maybe midday. So we'll see. But overall, I think it's going to be a pretty easy day of just spinning and trying to stay off of trafficked roads. Good morning. One of the things pretty much from Croatia, once I got away from the coast, all the way to here, it's just so much litter. I think they don't have a good system, or the system for garbage is too expensive, so people just dump their trash. And it's such beautiful country, but there needs to be a movement in this part of Europe to stop littering. Yesterday, when I was going into Skopje, this car in front of me just threw a plastic bottle out the window. There was all kinds of traffic around, and it just made me think that a lot of Europe, and definitely in the United States, if somebody did that, people would be stopping them and saying, pick it up. But here, I guess it's just the culture. That and the air quality in southern Kosovo and in North Macedonia. Those are really my only 2 complaints. Other than that, the people are lovely. The scenery, for the most part, is beautiful. There have been some bike lanes. And so yeah, this is the Eurovelo 11, and I will be on it. All right, so we're gonna go left here and go along the lake. Fall back. Eat. Yeah, I am too. Romantique. Is there a place? Fun day of riding. I met up with Tessa and John, and we rode 50 miles to Gradsko, I think is the name of this town. And the only place to stay here is this little hostel. And the lady that owns the place is lovely. She's very sweet. Just showed us to our rooms. Yeah, it's small room, slanted ceiling. I hope I don't hit my head. You can see outside. And there's a restaurant just on the other side, so we're gonna meet there for dinner. And so yeah, this is kind of half the distance to the border. The border was 100 miles, and I think originally I'd planned on going a little further today. We got into town about 4 o'clock, but this is just fine. And so we're going to ride together again tomorrow. And then they're going to go a different way once we hit the Greece border. But yeah, a lot of fun, good conversation, good stories. And they're from Wales, so I actually cycled really near where they live when I went through Wales earlier this year. And I think they started riding from that area. So yeah, we're all going to end up in Istanbul, but we've got different routes once we hit Greece. So, all right, I will check in the morning.